Alright, today we're going to start a drawing. It's called the Orthographic Bracket. Alright, what you can notice about the Orthographic Bracket is it's got a little C notch here on the top view. What you can notice is the front view and the top view line up, just like any one of our other orthographic drawings. The left side, the base of the front view, and the base of the side view, right side view line up, just like any other orthographic drawing. The spacing is still 1 inch in between. You'll notice the C notch is represented in the front view by these two lines, and what you'll notice is on the side view there is this little hidden line here that shows basically what it would look like if you were looking at the drawing from this direction. The start point for this drawing is the same as the last one. It was 2.5 over, 1 3/16 up. Alright, or at least that's what it is for this one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with this drawing. I already made a title block. If you have to figure out how to make a title block, please refer to one of my earlier videos for the instruction on that. Alright, so for the start point for this drawing, we're going to measure from the corner of our title block 2.5 over. I'm going to measure 1 3/16 up. I'll leave the example drawing kind of where you can kind of see it as we're doing this. Hopefully you can stay as much as you can. Alright, now from this spot we're going to draw our two lines, a horizontal and a vertical guideline. Now, I always tell you to draw the front view first. Problem is there's no dimensions in this front view. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to look at your top view for your dimensions, and you need to look at your side view for your dimensions. For your side view, the dimensions are 5/8 and 1 3/8. So start by taking your ruler, placing a 0 on the end, and marking up 5/8 of an inch. Now, if you think about it, what's 5/8 plus 1 3/8? Well, it's 2 inches total. So mark the 2 while you're doing this. So it's 5/8 up, and then you mark the 2, basically 1 3/8 more. Now, if you're good, what you can do is you can measure the inch in between the two drawings from here to here, and then the 1.5 inches above it. Make those marks initially. All right, if you really want to get all your marks in, if you look over in the side view, it says 3/4 of an inch in. That's going to be the distance from here to here. So mark your 3/4. Doesn't matter if it's down from the top or up from the bottom, because it's an even measurement. It's 1.5, so 3/4 is right in the middle. Coming across left to right, you're going to see all your measurements are right here. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 1/2. We have 1 inch in between, and you have 3/4 and 3/4. So, like I do, I come over 1/2, 1 inch more is 1.5, 1/2 inch more is 2, 1/2 inch more is 2.5. Then I'm going to go 1 full inch. So 3.5, then I go 3/4. All right, 3/4 from here is 4.25, and 3/4 from there is 5 inches total. Now that I have all my marks done, okay, I can start to make my drawing. I'm going to start by doing a light horizontal line across the paper in both of these two spots. That's going to give me my two heights. Okay, I'm also going to draw my 2 light or 3 light lines for my top view, just so I have a reference as to where I can draw my lines. Now, what you're going to notice about this is all the dimensioning is done on top here. So I'm about to bring up all my measurements. I'm actually going to draw my lines a little long, and I'm going to use those lines as my extension lines later. So using my triangle, I'm going to pay attention to my front view, because those are the lines I'm going to draw dark. So I'm going to draw this line nice and dark because I know it's there, but then I'm going to draw my lines here, from here to here, and a little bit higher. Okay, so like this, nice and dark. Lift my pencil and draw a light extension line. Come to my next mark. Nice and dark on the bottom. Now over here, I'm only going to the midline, dark. Lift my pencil, draw a nice extension line up. Come to here, nice and dark. Lift my pencil, draw a nice dark line here. Lift my pencil and draw my extension line. When I come to this part, all right, this one's going to be dark the whole way up. for the front view, lift your pencil. On the top view, this also goes all the way up. Lift your pencil, draw your extension line. Now, with your eraser, start to make it look like the C block drawing, okay? Or the bracket, I should say, not C block, bracket drawing. Erase the little lines in between, erase the line in the front view. Okay, erase this line from the front view. I drew a little bit of that dark, hopefully that comes out later. All right, now my front view basically looks like it's supposed to be. My top view basically looks like it's supposed to be. All I need to do is darken some lines up, but first I'm going to create my side view. All right, now my side view, the two outer lines are nice and dark. Dark one here, and you can actually draw a light extension line down. And this one, same idea, dark line up, light extension line down. And this little middle spot, I'm going to draw these freehand today because I don't have an eraser shield at home like I showed you guys yesterday. All right, but I've still drew my hidden lines right here. Now, erase the lines in between that we're not using for dimension and extension lines. Erase the lines over here that we use for our start point. Okay, and now we should be able to start to get set up to finish our dimensioning and darken our entire drawing up. So make sure you get rid of all the extra lines you don't need first. It's always very helpful doing it that way for me. Now, the two magic numbers we do for dimensioning are 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. 1/4 inch is the inner number, 1/2 inch is the outer number. I'm going to actually do that for all of my spots at once. 1/4 and 1/2. And what I'm doing is I'm measuring from the edge of the drawing out a 1/4, and then from that 1/4 inch line measuring a 1/4 inch more. The first 1/4 inch line is going to be my dimension line. The second 1/4 inch line is going to be my extension line. When doing the dimension lines, what I like to do is, if I have a short extension line like this one, I draw the little first piece of the dimension line, I should say, and then my second piece of the dimension line, I actually draw it across the extension line. So I actually share like the dimension line between the two different measurements. And what happens is, by doing it this way, we know the lines line up perfectly, and that's what they're supposed to do. You can just add your little arrows like they're pointing right at each other. What they're really pointing at is the extension line, showing where the line starts and where the line ends. Okay, as you put your arrowheads on and you finish it up, you start to add your dimensions. This one's 1/2 inch, this one's 1 inch, this one's 1/2 inch, this one's 1/2 inch. At the actual measurement where the end of the extension line should be, what we measured up a 1/2 inch from the drawing itself, we're going to erase the extra ends of the extension line so they're all uniform in length. This one here I must have missed. There we go. All right, you're going to come back with your triangle, and you're going to darken up your extension lines and any part of the drawing over there that needs to be darkened up. Okay, I like to pull my pencil more than push it if I can. I find that I get a more precise line when I pull it. I'm going to darken this line up. I notice that line's a little light. Same thing in my front view. That line was a little light. So I want to darken that up. I want to make sure there's a little gap between my extension line and my drawing itself, so I have a clear division as to what a measurement is and what a drawing is. Right, I'm going to continue this in my side view here. Draw my two dimension lines. Notice how I'm going to cross over the extension line, lift my pencil, and then finish it up. I put my measurement in here. This one should have been 5/8 of an inch, and this one should be 1 3/8 of an inch. Put your arrowheads on top. Put your arrowheads touching the extension line, and put your arrowhead on the bottom. Come over to the 1/2 inch mark where you had gone a 1/4 inch past the dimension line. Erase the extra tails on the end, and then come over and make sure you erase if you don't have a little gap between the extension line and the drawing itself. Come back with your pencil, I'm going to darken this top line here. I'm going to darken this line right in that notch in the bracket. Darken this baseline of your top view. Then come over here to the top of the front view and the top of the side view. And darken these up, and actually darken my extension line while I'm doing all this to make it nice and uniform. Okay, as I come down to the base, darken this one up, lift your pencil, darken this one up, lift your pencil, darken this one up, erase the little tail on the end. Let's finish up our dimension line here. So these are about 3/4 of an inch. Lift my pencil, come across, and then finish. 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Slide your T-square up, erase past it, the 1/2 inch mark. Use your pencil and draw your arrowheads. Go back with your triangle and T-square and just darken up your extension lines to size. And that's what the drawing looks like. Now, you're going to fill in your title block. This drawing is going to have a similar title block as the rest of them. Your name still goes here, in the second line down in the left box. In the fourth line down in the left box, New Hyde Park Memorial High School, NHPMHS. The second line down in the middle box, this is where the name of the drawing is going to go. This is going to be Orthographic Bracket, ORTHOGRAPHIC, bracket, BRACKET. The scale for this drawing, SCALE, equal sign, 1 dot over dot 1. Date today is 11/19/20, and then your period number goes right here. And this is how you complete the orthographic bracket drawing. Please refer back to the video if you have any questions about how to do it, or just ask.